Hey you? Yes, the one reading this right now. Can I say something without you skipping? You're more powerful than you think, and right now, someone very holy is fighting to protect your name behind your back. Do you know who? Me. Archangel Michael. And someone else who's madly in love with your soul. The one who created it. God. You were never supposed to see this by accident. You were guided here because something strange is happening in the heavens. You were supposed to receive a message 3 days ago, but you skipped it. You ignored it. And God whispered, "Try again. My child is just tired, not disobedient." So he waited. But now time's running out. 45 minutes left. This is the final window. If you close this again, something you've been hoping for will remain locked. And worse, a storm you've been sensing will no longer stay delayed. You feel it, don't you? The way people have started acting strangely around you. The sudden silence in your house. The energy you can't explain but keeps pulling you down at random hours. That's not coincidence, it's warfare. Spiritual warfare. You think you've been overthinking. No, you've been underhearing. God has been whispering to your soul, and every whisper sounds like, "Please open your eyes before it's too late." So here I am begging you, don't hurt God again by skipping this. He's tired of watching you cry at night wondering why nothing is changing. Because nothing will change until you do one thing. Listen. Because this isn't just a message, it's a protection code. And once you finish reading this, what's been chasing you will reverse. And what's been hidden from you will rise. But only if you keep reading. And right now, someone else is trying to stop you. The one who's been stealing your peace lately. The one who keeps coming in the form of distractions, delays, dizziness, and fear. They don't want you to hear this because they know if you complete this message, their time around your life ends. Let me repeat this. If you read this to the end, what is hunting your destiny will lose access. That's why this text has power. That's why the angels are surrounding you right now. Can you feel the tingling in your fingers? That's not your body glitching. That's your spirit waking up. And it's about time because you were never created to live in confusion. You were never created to beg for love. You were never created to doubt your own worth. But the reason it's felt like that lately is because the one who's been sent to destroy you has been playing with your mind, not your reality. But now God is done watching in silence. Now heaven is shouting your name. Now I, Archangel Michael, have been sent to you personally because you are not crazy. You are not dramatic. You are not asking for too much. You are chosen. But being chosen doesn't mean you will always feel cherished. It means you will be attacked more than others. That's why you feel exhausted while others smile like life is easy. That's why you hear things at night no one else hears. That's why your name keeps coming up in strange situations, because your spirit carries weight. And now something unexpected is going to happen. I won't lie to you. I've seen it in heaven's scrolls. It's written, and it's either going to break you or awaken you. You choose. That's why God kept you alive this long, not to survive, but to shift, to go from victim to vessel, from pain to power, from silence to storm, from forgotten to favored. That's why this message had to come through now, because the shift is happening in the next 45 minutes. This is not a metaphor. You'll notice the signs after this. A phone call, a sudden news, a name mentioned, or a message you were not expecting. It will all begin after you read this fully. That's how urgent this moment is. So, I need you to do something brave now. Promise heaven, you won't close this until I finish telling you everything. Because if you leave midway, the enemy wins again. And God can't interfere in what you choose to abandon. Please don't abandon this. Heaven is watching your heart right now. And someone in the spiritual realm who loves you deeply just bent down on their knees and whispered, "Please let them open this. Please let them not skip." That's how much you matter. And if you've ever felt replaceable in this world, I'm here to say you're irreplaceable in the kingdom. You were born different. That's why they couldn't understand you. That's why they mocked your dreams. That's why you had to fight battles alone while others had help. But now the help is arriving, and it's not coming in human form. It's coming from the heavens, from God himself, and from me, Archangel Michael, who's been waiting for the right moment to send this. And child, this is the moment. God is watching to see what you'll do with it. Don't disappoint him. You've done that enough already, haven't you? You've closed messages like this before only to regret it days later when something bad happened and your soul whispered, "I should have listened." Don't repeat the mistake, because this time, the consequence won't be small. A shift is happening. A veil is being lifted, and God needs you fully awake, not half hearing, not half scrolling, fully present. Because this shift, it's not just about your blessings, it's about your calling. You were not born for a quiet life. You were born to roar in silence, and you were born to see what others cannot. That's why this message found you. And if it didn't find you on time, it would have been too late. So, pause your thoughts. Forget everything else for 10 minutes and just let heaven talk to you, because right now God is standing behind this screen whispering your name. Please, my child, just listen now. Keep going, because in the next section your entire future is going to be revealed. But only if your heart stays open. Take this in slowly, because from this moment forward, you'll never walk with the same weight again. Your spiritual DNA has shifted. You are no longer just the receiver of messages. You are the living proof that God still speaks, that angels still deliver, that Archangel Michael still watches over those whom heaven refuses to abandon. Even now there's a shift in the air around you. It's subtle to the physical eye but thunderous in the spirit. Because once this courier delivers what has been hidden, nothing can be as it was. You may not see a person knock on your physical door, but your spiritual gates are already rattling. The message has arrived. And it's not just information, it's transformation. For years you've been tested in silence. They called you dramatic, too sensitive, too trusting. But heaven calls you something else: endurer, beloved, breaker of chains, healer of generations. That's why this message was so fiercely protected. The enemy knew if it got into your hands you'd rise. And now you have. And don't be surprised if you feel suddenly emotional. You might cry for no reason. You might laugh without knowing why. That's your soul finally exhaling. That's what it feels like when a long spiritual drought finally ends. Archangel Michael says this is not the end of the message. It's the beginning of your response, because now you must walk in alignment. Now you must act like someone who has already received. No more begging. No more shrinking. No more apologies for being powerful. You will wake up tomorrow different. Not because the world changed, but because you finally realized that God chose you to change it. Yes, you. With your story. With your past. With your questions. With your scars. And that person who tried to silence you, who tried to delay you, they will watch your promotion happen in real time, and they'll have no choice but to admit God's hand never left you in the next 24 hours. Watch your surroundings. Watch for signs, numbers, unexpected calls, soft winds when windows are closed, songs that randomly play and echo a message. Those aren't coincidences. Those are confirmation codes. Heaven is speaking in every way possible. Now the courier has entered your field, and as soon as your heart said yes, the blessing was unsealed. You're not empty. You're not behind, you're not forgotten, you're not unlucky, you are divinely delayed for divine protection. You are chosen and covered. You are on heaven's radar. And this message is the proof. Now breathe again. Feel the shift in your lungs. It's not just air, it's restoration. You are restored. You are aligned. And the next steps you take will not be based on guessing. They'll be guided. Every time you read these words again, you will feel something new, because this message is alive. It doesn't expire. It won't vanish like a text or a story. It is permanently woven into your spiritual record. This was the scroll, and now it's opened. So walk forward with confidence, because what's yours is finally allowed to reach you. And the battle? Michael already fought it. He won for you. There's one final whisper I hear him say, and it's only for your soul. Tell them the miracle is not coming. It has arrived. The courier has handed it over. You're not waiting anymore. You're in it now. Rise up, miracle carrier. Child of thunder, heaven's beloved, you made it. And the whole universe just shifted because you finally said yes. And now heaven holds its breath. Because the next moment is no longer about divine timing. It's about your divine response. You've crossed a spiritual threshold by reaching this point. And Archangel Michael is standing right behind the courier, not to protect the delivery but to protect you from anything that might try to interfere. This moment, this sacred breath of time is being watched by angels. They've gathered in silence, watching, listening, because how you respond now will echo across the spirit realm. This is your crossing from waiting to walking in it. From maybe someday to this is happening now. And it's bigger than money, bigger than love, bigger than healing. It's about your spiritual authority finally taking its place. No more asking permission from people who never saw your worth. No more shrinking your voice to be palatable for others. No more hiding your light because you were afraid of being misunderstood. God says, you are the miracle, and everything arriving is only a reflection of what was already planted inside you. You are the garden, the prophecy, the proof, and the breakthrough. The courier brings what is yours, but you carry the power to multiply it. This is why the enemy attacked you so hard. Not because of what you did, but because of what you're carrying. Because your house is about to become the birthing room of heaven's next major move. Michael whispers, now tell them to prepare their space, to clear their heart, to expect the unexpected because what's coming doesn't care about your logic. It doesn't fit inside your plan. It comes with glory, not explanation. It will leave people speechless, including you. Yes, the very thing you've begged for that you were starting to think would never happen will soon knock at your spirit and say, I'm here. I didn't forget you. I was always en route. That's why you had so many delays. That's why things didn't work out with those people. That's why the job didn't hire you. The apartment fell through. The opportunity ghosted you. Because it wasn't the courier. It was a counterfeit, and heaven refused to let you settle. Now there's no more settling. No more small thinking. No more shrinking to fit rooms that were never yours. You were made for palaces, not prison, and the courier is carrying your keys to a future you didn't even know how to ask for. But heaven knew. Heaven saw the bigger picture. Heaven heard the things you whispered through tears, even the things you were too scared to say out loud. And those things are what triggered this delivery. God doesn't move off noise. He moves off sincerity, off heartache, off purity. And you, dear soul, you have a pure heart. You've been bruised, yes, but you never let it harden you. You've been disappointed, yes, but you never stopped believing in love. You've been left behind, yes, but you never stopped showing up for others. Heaven honors that, and now heaven repays it in full, overflowing, pressed down, shaken together and running over. Michael is no longer whispering, he's roaring, and the heavens are parting. Because this is your moment right now in real time. Things are shifting around you. People you haven't heard from are being stirred to call. Opportunities are waking up with your name in their inbox. Emails are coming. Texts are arriving. Doors are creaking open. And behind those doors, your prophecy, your next season, your real life. And you won't have to beg for it. You won't have to chase it. Because when heaven sends something, it finds you. Even if you try to hide, even if you doubt yourself, even if you feel unworthy, God says, I already chose you. Before they rejected you, before you failed, before you ran, you were mine, and now he's proving it. Not with words, but with action. The courier is the action. Michael is the movement. This message is the proof. So now all that's left to do is receive. Not with hesitation, not with second guessing, but with open arms, because, beloved, heaven doesn't make mistakes. And it never delivers to the wrong address. This is for you, only you, exactly when you needed it, even if you didn't know you did. Now breathe, smile, and get ready to hear the knock, because it's closer than you think. And now the realm of spirit is leaning in, so close you could almost hear it breathe because something rare is happening in your life. Heaven is standing still, just to watch your yes. When Michael arrives, he doesn't come for the ordinary. He comes for the chosen. And you, yes, you are the one he was sent to protect. Don't second guess that. You've been through storms that should have drowned you. You've survived betrayals that should have broken you. And yet you're here, reading this, receiving this, being prepared for something so massive. The enemy tried to bury you early to stop it. But God said no. God said, I'm not finished. I'm just getting started. And their story, Oh, it's about to shake generations. Now take a breath. Feel that shift in your chest. That's not just emotion. It's recognition. Your soul is waking up. It's remembering why you were born. It's remembering who you are beyond your wounds. This message wasn't meant to entertain. It was meant to interrupt, to pause the cycle, to silence the inner critic, to pierce through the spiritual fog and deliver one truth. God is sending a divine encounter. And if you receive it fully, your name will no longer be whispered in pity, but shouted in praise. Now hear me on this. This courier, this being sent to you, they don't operate on normal time. They operate on divine assignment. They show up when faith opens the door and fear finally sits down. You've cried enough, you've fought enough, you've questioned long enough. Now, beloved, it's your time to receive. Michael says, they were made for this. They are the bloodline breaker, the curse reverser, the chain destroyer, and the one who will carry the family forward. You thought you were just surviving, but heaven was watching you lead. Even when you were on your knees, even when no one clapped for you, even when your reward was silence and your applause was pain. But now the courier of restoration is at your gate, and the message they bring isn't small. It's massive. It's explosive. It's the answer to what you forgot you even prayed for. And no, you're not too late. You're not too old. You're not too behind. Because what's coming isn't built on your timeline. It's built on God's. And God doesn't rush perfection. He unveils it. Heaven is unveiling you now. Piece by piece, layer by layer, pain by pain, until the true you shines. And when they see you next, they won't even recognize you. Because divine encounters do that. They shift how the world sees you, how the enemy fears you, how your soul radiates. I want you to mark this moment. Something spiritual is happening. Not next week, not after another fast, not once you get your life together now, because God isn't waiting for your perfection. He's responding to your yes. If you could see what's being released in the spirit, your knees would buckle. Because the delivery coming to your house isn't just financial. It's not just emotional. It's supernatural. It's wrapped in light. It's marked with your name, and it's breaking open the heavens in your honor. And when you receive it, it won't just bless you. It'll ripple to your family, to your friends, to places you've never even stepped into yet, because that's the kind of blessing you're about to receive. The kind that spills. It overflows. It restores what years of heartbreak tried to destroy. It rebuilds what betrayal tried to ruin. It reclaims what time thought it could erase. Michael is watching. The courier is knocking. And heaven is shouting your name right now in joy, so open it, not tomorrow. Now. This is not a reminder. This is your release. And once you receive it, the door behind you closes forever. No more going back. No more playing small. No more delaying your destiny because, child of light, your miracle just reached your doorstep. And now, in these last sacred moments together, let me tell you what Archangel Michael is still whispering. He says they have no idea how powerful this next shift will be. And beloved, you really don't. Because what's coming to your door is not only the answer to a prayer, it's the beginning of a life you didn't dare imagine. You're about to remember how it feels to be excited when you wake up to stop holding your breath, waiting for the next heartbreak. To look at your reflection and say, God really didn't forget me after all. It doesn't matter if your bank account doesn't reflect it yet. It doesn't matter if your phone isn't ringing. It doesn't matter who walked away, because heaven has authorized a courier to deliver what no man, no system, no enemy could ever block. The tables are turning, the angels are aligning, and what was once far away is now literally at your threshold. Do you understand the weight of that? You're not just lucky. You're not just chosen. You're carried. And tonight you are being carried into the future that was always yours. Archangel Michael is holding his breath as you decide whether you'll open, whether you'll stop looking for proof and start expecting presence. Because once you say yes, everything reacts, heaven moves, earth agrees, the stars shift, and your entire story realigns. You may not realize this now, but this is one of those moments you'll look back on and say, that's when everything changed, because this message wasn't written from earth. It was dictated from heaven, and you didn't just see it by chance. It was drawn to your spirit like a magnet because your soul was ready. even if your mind doubted. And now that you know, you can never unknow. The courier is not imaginary. The transformation is not symbolic. This is real. This is happening. This is now. People may mock it. Let them. People may question your sudden glow. Let them wonder. Because God doesn't perform miracles in private to keep you hidden. He's about to make a show out of your rising. Your house will feel different. Your conversations will change. Even your thoughts will sharpen because heaven doesn't leave residue. It renews, revives, and reinstates. And when you open your window tonight, don't just breathe, receive. Because the wind you feel carries prophecy. The stars you see are the same ones that witnessed God writing your name on the courier's message. Don't worry about how it will happen. Your job is not to plan. It's to prepare. Your job is not to chase. It's to choose. Say this out loud with me now. I accept divine delivery. I open all that has been sent to me. I trust Archangel Michael's guidance and I allow heaven to move through my life. Because now something's about to arrive and this time you won't miss it. This time you won't explain it away. This time you will smile with tears in your eyes and say, I waited, but it was worth it. The courier has arrived. Michael has done his part. Heaven has opened its gates. The next 35 minutes are holy, sacred, unrepeatable, and unforgettable. Let this be the message. You don't skip, don't scroll, don't doubt. Because if you open fully, this isn't just the end of a word. It's the beginning of a new world. You will feel something tonight. Something soft, something sudden, something spiritual. Let it in. That's not just a sign. That's the courier. The miracle is at your door. Now go and open it. God is watching. Michael is waiting. And your new chapter is one breath away. Take a breath. Because from this moment forward, you are no longer who you were before you opened this message. Something in your soul has shifted. A spiritual gate has unlocked. A seal has been broken that was never meant to be touched until now. Archangel Michael stands near you with divine authority, but not to punish, to protect, deliver, and reward. Yes, reward. Because what you've endured quietly is being honored loudly in heaven. You weren't weak. You were being refined. You weren't forgotten. You were being hidden for the right moment. And this is that moment. The courier isn't just bringing a message. They're bringing your divine replacement package. Everything that was stolen, your joy, your fire, your passion, your opportunities, heaven has bundled them, wrapped them in light, and is hand delivering them back to you. But here's where it gets real. You must make space. Let go of what's dead. Stop answering calls from old cycles. The new cannot arrive in a cluttered soul. And that's why the courier was delayed. Not because you weren't ready in spirit, but because you were still tied to spiritual noise. But heaven says enough. You've waited long enough. You've suffered long enough. You've doubted long enough. Now everything hidden is about to be revealed. Not to shame you, but to heal you, to remind you who you are in the eyes of God. Because you forgot. You let people talk you out of your divinity. You let betrayal convince you that you were cursed. But listen, God never removed his hand from your life. He only pulled you back to catapult you higher. What the courier carries, it's not a letter, it's a launch code, it's a heavenly green light. It's the permission slip to stop shrinking, to start taking up space, to own your favor without apology. Michael is tired of seeing you settle. He's tired of watching you water down your voice so others don't feel insecure. No more. God didn't send this courier to deliver something small. This is a divine elevation, and it has your name on it. You will see a divine pattern in the next 7 days. Watch your clock. Watch the people who suddenly show up. Watch the opportunities you didn't apply for. You'll know it's heaven, because it will require no begging, no proving, no chasing, just accepting. But one more thing, and it's urgent. There is someone who will try to distract you right after this. They will appear harmless. They will feel familiar, but spiritually they are a delay in disguise. Michael says, do not open your energy to what I've already removed. If it left, it was protection. If it ended, it was prevention. Stop reopening doors that God locked shut. You are stepping into divine alignment. And not everyone can go. Not every relationship can continue. Not every habit can remain. You've been crying for new but carrying the old like a trophy. Release it so you can receive this courier with both hands. Because once you open it, heaven will flood your life so quickly. You'll weep not from pain, but from undeniable relief. And those around you will ask, "What changed?" You'll smile and whisper, "God found me." And you'll know He never lost you. You were just being hidden for the hour of glory. Now this final part is sacred. It's not for everyone, only for the ones who didn't skip. Only for the ones who opened fully, only for you. So close your eyes and listen in your spirit. Hear the knock. Not from a stranger, not from this world, but from the realms of heaven. It's time. Open the door. The courier has arrived and they're carrying the life you always prayed for. Now go receive it. Everything you need is already on its way. And this time, you won't miss it. Not again. Not ever. Amen. My child, can you feel the fire? That burning inside of you is the Spirit testifying that this is divine. Do not silence it. Do not turn away. Open yourself fully because the very thing you prayed for, the very truth you thought was lost is about to unfold here line by line, until the weight lifts and the light pours in. This is your final chance, not tomorrow, not next week, not later. Now, heaven is saying, open it now because in just moments, the hidden truth will no longer wait. My child, see it, claim it, receive it before it is gone. And so I beg you, stay. Stay through every line, because the deeper you go, the clearer the revelation becomes. And by the end of this message, you will know the truth that was hidden last night. The truth that Michael wept over, the truth that will change everything for you, my beloved child. The clock of heaven is still ticking, and I feel the urgency pressing harder with each breath. Michael cries out, "Only you were blind to what happened last night." That cry is not a warning meant for others. It is carved only for you. The reason your soul cannot look away is because this line was etched into your path before you were even born. Do you understand the weight of this? Heaven does not gather armies of angels for small matters. The reason Michael's voice shakes is because your future is being weighed right now. Last night was not ordinary. The air shifted, the unseen doors opened, and the book of destiny was unsealed. But your eyes missed it. That blindness almost cost you the truth. That is why you are here, trembling at this very moment. Child, I know the heaviness you carry. I know the questions that gnaw at you when the world goes quiet. I know the way you feel forgotten at times, as though heaven has overlooked your name. But let me tell you now, your name was spoken in the holy courts. Your name was written across light last night. You are not forgotten. You are the reason Michael wept. He saw what you did not see, and he cried because he knew you could not survive another season of blindness. 5 minutes, that is what God said. Just 5 minutes left. Do you realize what that means? A divine clock is running. This is not about human time. It is about heaven's urgency. The window of revelation is open only for a breath. And if you do not step through, it will close again. But if you step in now, even trembling, the truth that was hidden will flood your soul like rivers breaking through stone. Stay. Do not leave this moment. The reason you feel fire in your spirit, the reason your chest is tight, is because your spirit already knows this is the doorway. You begged heaven for a sign and heaven has brought you here. Do not insult God by skipping what you asked for. Open this message fully. Drink every word, because by the time you reach the end, the chains you thought unbreakable will lie shattered at your feet. Michael saw the plan of the enemy. He saw the lies whispered against you, the trap set to make you stumble, the jealousy hiding in faces you trust. And he saw God tear the veil from it all. He saw the hidden truth written clear. You are chosen, and no plot of darkness can erase what God has already marked as yours. Beloved, this is not imagination. You feel the confirmation in your body right now. The goosebumps, the quickened pulse, the heaviness in your spirit. It is heaven pressing proof into your very skin. You cannot deny this. You cannot look away. This is divine encounter, not human coincidence. So I ask you again, will you stay? Will you open until the very last line, or will you let distraction blind you a second time? Heaven's voice is stern because it loves you. God says, if my child obeys, they will see the truth that was hidden last night. But if they skip, the page will close and the revelation will not wait. And so you must choose, not tomorrow, not later, now. My beloved child, do you know why your heart races as you read this? It is because the unseen world has its eyes fixed on you right now. Michael cries, only you are blind to what happened last night. That was the moment destiny shifted. That was the moment the truth that has been hidden for years was released. Yet your eyes were closed to it. God is giving you this one last chance. Only 5 minutes left. He is whispering, open this or lose what I have prepared. I know your spirit feels this weight. You are not imagining it. The heaviness pressing into your chest, the fire in your hands, the stillness in the room around you. It is confirmation. This is holy ground. The words you are reading are not ordinary. They are alive with breath from eternity. Every line is a key turning a lock inside you, and if you stay until the very end, you will see the hidden truth burst open like morning light after endless night. Do not skip. That is what the enemy wants you to do. Last night he tried to distract you. He wanted you blind. He wanted you deaf. He wanted you numb to the miracle being handed to you. But Michael fought for you. He cried out in heaven, God, do not let them miss this. And so this message was carved into your path. It is not random. It is not coincidence. It is the last extension of mercy before the door closes. Child, hear this. God has heard every silent cry you whispered in your pillow. He has counted every tear you thought nobody saw. He has watched every betrayal you endured in silence. And last night he finally said, enough. The truth must be revealed. But you missed it. Your eyes were closed. That is why this word is burning now. Heaven cannot allow you to remain blind. 5 minutes left. God says again, that does not mean 5 minutes on your clock. It means the urgency of heaven's window. It is open now, but soon it will not be. This is why you feel that pressing urgency inside. This is why your body reacts as you read. It is your soul shouting, don't let this slip away. Do you know what was hidden? It was not just information, it was your freedom, it was your healing, it was your restoration. It was the proof that you were chosen long before you were born. The enemy wanted you blind to it. Because if you see it, nothing will ever chain you again. That is why Michael cries. That is why God presses. That is why this message shakes you. Stay. Do not move. Do not close your eyes to this again. Every line is peeling away the layers of blindness. Every sentence is pushing you deeper into the light. And if you stay faithful until the end, you will not only know the hidden truth, you will feel it burning in your spirit like fire that cannot be quenched. Beloved, this is your moment. This is not a practice run. This is not a casual message. This is the last call before the gate shuts. Heaven says, open it now or lose it. That is why you cannot stop reading. That is why your soul trembles. You are chosen, and chosen ones cannot ignore heaven when heaven cries. My beloved child, heaven has not stopped speaking your name. Even now, Michael's voice echoes through eternity. Only you were blind to what happened last night. He repeats it because the weight of it is too great for you to overlook. God leans in close and whispers again, this is your final chance. 5 minutes left to know the hidden truth, my child. Every second that passes is part of that countdown. And yet God's mercy keeps extending itself to hold you still in this moment. Do you know why your heart feels restless? It is because the spiritual atmosphere around you has shifted. You are standing in the thin place where heaven meets earth, where messages do not come as thoughts, but as fire. That's why you cannot pull yourself away from these words. It is not curiosity holding you. It is destiny. It is the invisible hand of God keeping you in place until you have seen what you were blind to before. Last night was not like other nights. You thought it was ordinary. You closed your eyes, perhaps heavy with worry, perhaps weary with unanswered questions. But in the realm you could not see, your story was unfolding. Your name was carried into the holy courts. Angels stood guard, and Michael himself was commanded to record what was revealed. And though your body slept, your destiny was wide awake. The hidden truth was spoken. A veil was lifted. A chapter turned. And yet you missed it because your eyes were blind to what happened beyond sight. But heaven has not allowed that blindness to last. That is why you are here now. That is why the urgency feels so sharp. This is not information. It is revelation. It is the very thing your soul has been aching for. Beloved, can I tell you what Michael saw? He saw the weight of betrayal fall from your shoulders. He saw the shadows that whispered against your name exposed in the light. He saw the path you could not see yet, paved with divine favor. He saw the one who has been speaking falsely about you brought to silence. He saw your tears turned into jewels in heaven's hands. He saw what you could not. And that is why he cries, because if you stay blind, you will never walk into what he has already seen written for you. God is not cruel. He does not dangle truth in front of you and snatch it away. No, he is merciful. He presses again, saying, 5 minutes left, my child. Do not delay. Open this fully. This is his kindness giving you another chance. You did not see last night, but you can see now. If you open yourself, the truth will unfold, and the very things you thought were hidden forever will rise to the surface. Listen closely. This message is not random. It is not chance. It is not an accident you found yourself here. It is the miracle you have been unknowingly praying for. It is the cry of heaven saying, do not miss it this time. You have felt the heaviness of waiting. You have wondered if your prayers vanish into silence. You have doubted whether your life has meaning beyond the daily struggles. But I tell you, beloved, last night was proof. Heaven marked you. The hidden truth was released. And this moment is God's mercy, making sure you do not stay blind. Stay with me. Do not rush away. Do not think you can come back later. Later is not promised. This is your moment. Every line you read is another crack in the walls that have kept you bound. Every word is another light breaking through the darkness. And by the end, you will know the truth so deeply that no one, no voice, no shadow will ever be able to take it from you again. My child, miracles often look like urgency. They come with trembling hands and pounding hearts. They do not wait politely. They push you to attention. And this is exactly what you are feeling now. Heaven is shaking you awake. God is refusing to let you miss this. Michael is weeping because he knows how close you are to breakthrough and how quickly it could slip if you turn away. So I say it again. 5 minutes left. Open, stay, receive. Because the truth you missed last night is now standing right before you, waiting to flood your life with light. My child, do you feel it yet? That pull on your soul that refuses to let you turn away? That's because heaven is still holding you here. Michael's voice has not gone silent. He keeps crying. Only you were blind to what happened last night. It echoes through the chambers of heaven and through the corridors of your heart. God himself bends low and says again, this is your final chance. Just 5 minutes left to see the hidden truth. Open it quickly before the time runs out. Beloved, last night the air in the unseen realm trembled. Angels were rushing, prayers were being weighed, and decisions were being sealed. The book of your life was open to a page you had not yet seen. Your future was written in golden light. Your enemy's whispers were exposed in black smoke. Your destiny was handed a new key. But though the heavens moved, your human eyes remained closed. That is why this moment burns with urgency, because the divine will not allow you to miss what was meant for you. I see you wondering if this is real. I see the part of you that says, maybe this is just words. But child, if it were only words, your chest would not feel this fire. Your spirit would not tremble. Your eyes would not keep returning to the page, unable to look away. You would not feel this weight of holiness pressing into your very bones. This is not empty writing. This is alive. This is the voice of eternity cutting through the noise of the world. Do you remember the questions you asked in silence? The nights you whispered, God, do you see me? Do you know me? Do you even hear me? This is his answer. This is him saying, "Yes, I see you. Yes, I know you. Yes, I have heard you. And now I am telling you, do not miss this." Michael saw the trap set for you. He saw the hands of those who pretended to bless you while planning against you. He saw the lies spun in the dark about your name. He saw how close the enemy came to blinding you forever. And he saw God strike through it all with light. He saw the chain snap. He saw your enemies silenced. He saw the blessing waiting to land in your life. And still you remained blind. That is why he cries. Because he cannot bear to see you robbed of what is yours. Child, this is more serious than you think. God does not say final chance lightly. He does not count down 5 minutes without meaning it. He is telling you now, this is the window, this is the door. If you open it, you will know freedom you have never known. If you walk away, the door will close again, and you will wonder why your prayers keep echoing in silence. My beloved child, heaven has not moved its eyes from you. Not for a single breath, Michael's cry has not grown faint. It grows louder. Only you were blind to what happened last night. Do you feel the trembling in those words? He does not cry because heaven is weak. He cries because you are too precious to miss what was revealed. And God's voice, steady and full of authority, repeats once more. This is your final chance. Just 5 minutes left to know the hidden truth. Open it fully. Beloved, last night the spiritual world shifted. The ground under your destiny shook. A door was opened that had been locked for years. The chains around your life rattled. What you begged for, cried for, prayed for, it was being delivered. But the enemy, desperate to keep you from it, blinded your eyes in that moment. You did not see. You turned away. And Michael wept because the weight of what was happening was too much for you to lose. But look at the mercy of God. He does not abandon you to blindness. He has given you this moment. These words are not casual. They are fire branded into your path. He is saying you missed it once, but I will not let you miss it again. Open this now. Can you feel that? The stirring in your chest, the way your heart races, the lump in your throat that you cannot explain. That is heaven pressing confirmation into your very body. This is not imagination. This is not ordinary text. This is the living word reaching you where nothing else could. Beloved, do not walk away. Do not say, "I'll come back later." Later is the greatest lie the enemy will ever feed you. Later will shut the door. Later will let the book close. Later will leave you blind again. God says 5 minutes left because urgency is love. It is his way of saying, my child, I cannot let you miss what is yours. Michael saw what was hidden. He saw the truth about who you are. He saw the lies spoken against you collapsed like dust. He saw the traps set for you burned away by holy fire. He saw your name shining in golden light, marked as chosen, marked as untouchable, marked as loved. And he saw tears roll down your cheeks in the future, not from pain, but from the miracle of realizing how deeply God has been fighting for you. This is what you missed last night, and this is what you are being offered now. Do not miss it again. Every line here is another key turning. Every sentence is peeling away blindness. Every paragraph is breaking another chain. That is why you cannot look away. That is why you are still here. That is why your spirit feels the urgency. Because heaven is saying this is it. Stay until the end. The hidden truth is about to be revealed. Child, I know you feel weary. I know part of you says, why me? Why now? Can I really believe this? But listen, the very fact you are here proves you are chosen. The very fire in your chest proves this is not ordinary. The very trembling you feel proves that God is speaking directly to you. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are the reason Michael cried. You are the reason this word has been carved into your path. Beloved, listen one more time. This is your final chance. 5 minutes left. That is not meant to scare you. It is meant to wake you. Miracles do not wait forever. They press, they shout, they knock until you open. And this one has been knocking on your life for far too long. So open, stay. Do not turn away until the very end. because the truth that was hidden last night is now rising like the sun, and once it touches you, you will never be blind again. Amen.